Hello and welcome to one more live stream of the behind the scenes of the recording of the episodes of the series Ideas to the World. Enjoy your trip. So yeah, let's start. So I have here a few videos for today, so let's go on with this. Feel free to subscribe, put a like if you like this type of content. In the middle of the videos or in between the start of the recording of the videos, if there's time, I will answer some questions directly from the audience. If you donate to TypeStream via TypeStream, I will answer directly to your call, and you can also type directly in the chat, say hi, etc. And Joel, which is the person responsible for everything that is beyond cameras, will tell me your comment, and yeah, I can tell and say hi to you. Okay, so we have a few videos here. We can start by Mr.Beast. Joel, tenho o clip de Mr.Beast. Okay. So yeah, let's start with Mr.Beast then. Hello and welcome to one more episode of Ideas to the World. Enjoy your trip. Let your imagination let you fly like Einstein did. It was a technique that he used imagination. Knowledge is limited, but imagination surrounds the world. Yeah, that's it. So today I'm going to react and comment a video of Mr.Beast in the Diary of a CEO. A very famous podcast from United Kingdom. He is going to talk about mental health in a way that it is very polemic, in my perspective, taking into consideration today's society that we live in. Joel, you can put the video.
If my mental health was a priority, I wouldn't be as successful as I am. I mean, that's just like a sad fact. Like, I obviously never would have buried myself alive for 7 days of solitary, 7 days on a desert island, 7 days, blah, blah, blah. Being able to consistently suffer over long periods is like arguably one of the deepest modes. Like, there's a reason no one makes videos like me. Like, not even close, because no one wants to live the life I live. I think there was one year where I was flying like 200 days. Like, I was on a plane. I mean, it was a fuck fest, but you know, to get these videos done. When I wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna be pretty fucking tired and feel like shit, something I always tell myself is, how you feel right now is why no one else does what you want to do or does what you do. And if you push through this, that's just even, you know, more of a reason why no one will ever be who you are. And so it's like, I think being able to push through unhappiness and do things you don't want to do consistently year after year over the course of a decade is like the ultimate advantage. Like, I mean, I think we'll hit 1 billion subscribers, and I don't think anyone will be anywhere near close, because like, once you make a couple $1 million, why would you live the life I live? Like, why? Why would you not take weekends off? Why would you not just film locally, even if it means less views so you can be on the right time schedule? Why would you not, you know, prioritize your sanity and that kind of stuff? It makes no sense, but that's why no one else does it.
The problem about prioritizing mental health these days is that behind that mental health thing, there is nothing more sometimes than immaturity and emotional immaturity. And that means making feel ensure that we are good emotionally, and I mean that in a microscopic level, all the time, always, no matter what. And of course, we ideally would want that, but taking reality, that is really difficult to obtain. And even though it is possible, what I think it happens in society is that what we get is a later maturity of people, teenagers and young people, because they only go after what they feel at every time, every moment, in every way. And in my opinion and perspective, that can make the normalization of instrumentalization of emotion and delayed maturation, because who the hell only makes whatever it feels at every time, every moment, and demands from us behaviors that we respond accordingly? It is babies, right? Babies and childs, because they are vulnerable. We are able to protect them. But as they progress through life, they got challenges, which stress them, of course, like when we are learning something, it stresses us. Not necessarily, but it is also a way of learning. Stress. Okay, like, oh my God, I have to learn, to go through this material, I have to read, and it is a little bit stressing. And that stress is part of the transformation. For example, I am an introvert, but even being an introvert, I have the competences of an extrovert. I'm able to communicate very well, at least I hope so. And I'm comfortable with making gestures with my hands, so that helps the communication. But I only was able to learn that skill or those skills because once in a time, like 10 years ago approximately, I decided to create a YouTube channel, and then 1 year later actually, I decided to go out in public with very anxious, very stressed, and started to approach people, to talk with them. I started making pranks, interviews, etc. So I was able to develop and become stronger. Because, like, one way of treating fear, it is to feel the fear and be exposed to what makes us with fear. Here it happens the same thing. If we don't expose ourselves with what makes us fear or anxious, and we only do what we feel at the moment, it is more harder it is more harder for the person to transform and become stronger, meaning with more abilities, with be able to cope with stressful situations and become stronger, and with more reputation, status, and money. And that's also good, and we should have pleasure doing what we want. And of course, we should have reputation and status and money, right? We want that. That makes us able to have more resources and makes us feel good and also fulfilled, being recognized by my own people, and to have money so I can sustain myself and buy things that make me comfortable, and my child as well, and I'm secure, right? So the thing of only prioritizing mental health, it is good, but at the same time, I think what in our culture is behind it, lots of times, is this thing of you only have to make and do everything that makes you feel good. And to grow, most of the times than not, you should be able to embrace things that are very uncomfortable. So you transform, like exposure therapy to losing fear. And some laws and some movements in our culture, politically especially, and then that reverberates in society and culture. Sometimes we put the people who are showing their emotions in a pedestal, making us feel that we have to adapt to them. Well, but they are not children, they are not babies. When they are full-grown adults, and if they need psychological help, psychotherapy is good. Of course, we should have compassion for people that are going through a bad health mind situation. That it is not very good. At the same time, we should not succumb to the normalization of instrumentalization of emotion, because emotion follows a logic. That means it has a biological function. In babies, it is to make sure that we know that the child is not okay, or the baby is not okay, so we can feed them, help them, or just give me some secure and safety so they can feel good, because they are very vulnerable in that situation. But, as I told you before, part of maturity and the part and the marks of psychological development are understanding that you are not the center of the world. It is understanding that other people have different views, political views, perceptions, beliefs, axioms, and understand that, comprehend that. And then, of course, emotion is there in meaning of empathy, compassion, understanding. And if the person, and if you only succumb to instrumental emotion, which can be hard for some people to differentiate, and some people then, of course, they are more vulnerable because they were reinforced all the time to only pursue hedonistic emotions and hedonistic pursuit and yeah, what they only feel at the time. So they are more vulnerable and fragile to follow and do what they really want, even if that involves fear, because of course it will involve fear and anxiety. Big athletes, CEO, entrepreneurs, and big figures that change humanity or that are a model for other people, they pass through anxiety, they pass through stress, and they do things anyways. Okay? If they would only succumb to their emotion, oh, I only want to feel safe, oh, I only want to feel good every time, they won't be able to grow as much as they did. Okay, and you become stronger. As I told you, it is like exposure therapy. So in this sense, what Mr. Beast is telling here is that, in my perspective, making what you want is hard, like everything that it is worth pursuing, normally it is hard, and is definitely a lot better in doing those types of things that he mentioned it than before, meaning now he is stronger than before. There could be a day where Mr. Beast could feel that it is not worth doing those types of things anymore and that he doesn't want. It's also part of growth. Maybe he wants to do other things. But that does not get obsolete the argument that he can do or help things doing the types of things he did better. Because to grow, it involves stress. It's like inherent to life, suffering. It's like you cannot avoid suffering in life, like zero suffering. It is really, really deep to not go through suffering. I think it is impossible, right? Tell me if you, on your entire life, have no suffering, zero. Please tell me, all right? And tell me if you are not instrumentalizing people just so you can feel good, making them act on your own demands because of fear of other people attacking their reputation or you attacking their reputation. And when the person only do what it feels good, it gets to a point that if I feel good in something and what I feel, it is something that contradicts what Joel, my cameraman, feels, there will be conflict. And to grow is to understand both perspectives and to live in commonly. Okay? So, and accept that and understand that and not live in a instrumentalization, emotion way of being in the world. I hope it helps. Please, Mr. Beast, tell me if so. You too. So maybe you start to look at mental health differently. Just to finish, one way to take care of your mental health, it is to engage in situations that are difficult, but you want to do. You want to get that challenge done and you want that for you. Learn things is difficult. Learn social skills, it is difficult for lots of people. But engaging in that, it is what will make you strong and proud of yourself looking back. Also, of course, rest is important, and I'm sure Mr. Beast, even though it was not priority number one, he also rests, okay? You need rest, and you need to feel aligned with what you're doing. If you are aligned with what you're doing, and it is hard, you still feel good or fulfilled, despite the fact that you are not feeling great emotionally while you are doing the thing, but you feel fulfilled. Imagine people that lived before you, 2,000 years before. Do you think it was time and space for I will do whatever the fuck I feel? No. Like, this building has to be done, things have to be done, and there wasn't this obsessive movement of attention to what I feel is what I should do all the time at every moment. That is not a path to maturation and psychological development. If you want to have a personal development coaching session with me, you can mark your day on Patreon, adhering to the tier 3, I believe, that's there. And you have a 30-day money back guaranteed to be happy and fulfilled with your results. Because I only want people that feel good and with results, working with me. If not, money back, no questions asked. If you want to make questions directly to me, you can also adhere on Patreon, Tier 2. If you want to just maintain and give a symbolic support to the channel, Tier 1, it's yours. Please, tell me what you know and feel about this topic. Put a like, subscribe if you feel inclined to do that. Thank you, as always. Good luck.